lot, but I think that it's so significant because we have so many people that are feeling stress and overwhelm. And I think this question is really important. But we'll we'll maybe just put the slides up. I don't know how you feel about it. I don't want to go over it too much. But this question about I'm feeling afraid, overwhelmed, and a lot of stress about the future and what should I do? The short answer is try to focus on the present moment through mindfulness or deep meditation exercises and connecting with trusted friends, family, or a mental health professional that can help you, find some comfort and some guidance. But that's the simple answer. We have much more to say, and
yeah, I mean, I think there is a real need right now, and a lot of suffering with regards to, stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And so, yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the first things that I would recommend is, acknowledge your feelings. Recognize that it's okay to feel afraid and overwhelmed, and that you're not alone, right? A lot of people are feeling fear and overwhelm, uncertainty. And so the first step is to acknowledge. And then, as Maria stated, practicing mindfulness, meditation, engaging in, breathing exercises. My go-to is box breathing. And so I'm going to give the recipe right here very quickly. It's an inhalation to the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, exhale to the count of 4, and then hold to the count of 4, and then do it again. And if you just do like 5 repetitions of that 4-step process, you will feel a lot calmer right away in under 2 minutes. So that is a really simple practice that most people will be able to implement. And of course, if you need to trim the time because holding for 4 doesn't work for you, then maybe you just hold for 2. But, do the long inhale, do the long exhale, and condense the holding. What did you want to add, Maria?
Oh, no. What I would add is that I did that this morning because I think that, sometimes, like for me, when I'm expressing overwhelmed, it comes more out as irritation. And so that is a signal to me that I'm feeling overwhelmed. And that's the time that I take to do that breathing and also some tapping or some eye movement therapy. And because, when, as you said, with our clients, we want to resource you. We don't want you to, you're by yourself most of the time. You're with us for maybe an hour and a half once a week. And when you're not with us, we want you to be able to have something that you can do when you're feeling overwhelmed, afraid, or anxious, or any of the other emotions that you might have. So I was just smiling because, I use these resources myself.
Oh, of course. And thank you so much for sharing, what comes up for you in overwhelm. For me, when I get into a state of overwhelm, it's a contraction. It's I'm pulling into myself. I'm not being bold and daring and trying new things. I actually contract, and I can feel that. And it's uncomfortable. And so, I use the tools as well. And I think that is the human condition. We're all going to respond differently, and getting to know yourself in this way, what it is, what your go-to is, how you respond when you're experiencing, fear, overwhelm, anxiety, and then addressing it. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the beauty, is to, like, for me, if I, like, that's my trigger, that's my signal to myself that, hey, I need to take a pause. I need to take care of myself before I can move forward. I need to do something. And so, yeah, I think that we need to see our triggers as signals that we need to take care of ourselves.
Absolutely.
And going on with the slide, right? Connect with others, reach out to family members, friends, and seek professional support, right? Speak to a mental health professional, speak to a coach, speak to someone so that you are not just holding the bag, right? You just, there's other people that are feeling the same. You don't have to hold this bag by yourself. You can open it up and let it go. You don't have to keep holding it. It's important.
I love the
What do you
visual
think?
of that. I love the visual of the holding the bag, right? And it's about sharing your burden with others, and then being able to responsibly, right?
Right.
And then being able to feel lighter, feel resourced, feel supported. Right. And that can all happen with connection and seeking professional support. But then the next thing is to limit stressors, identify and reduce, the sources of stress where possible, and take a break before you need a break. If you know that you have a long day ahead of you and meetings and, that seemingly back to back, carve in 2 minutes of box breathing or stretching, or make yourself a nice cup of tea. I'm a tea drinker. So that's what I'm always going to recommend. Make a nice cup of tea. But take care of yourself. Find little ways to take breaks and resource yourself. And then another part is, I was talking to a client the other day who is consuming too much news and too much social media, and staying in a constant state of fear, overwhelm, and anxiety, because that's what they're filling their cup with, is more sources of this, stress and anxiety. And I think I think you need to build in some breaks for yourself. This 24-hour news cycle is detrimental.
Not healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that one of the things that progressively does help is realizing that more information doesn't create more certainty in certain cases. More information in certain cases creates greater uncertainty. So you get an answer and then you have more questions. And so you have more anxiety and more stress of the potential possibilities. And so instead of it being where it's a question and then a response, it's more like it's a question and then the response is a beast of itself, spreading out in different tangents that creates even more anxiety. So more information is not necessarily going to calm you down. It's realizing that you have to filter, and you have to know all times are uncertain times, because we don't know what's going to happen. And if you realize that, we plan and God laughs, right? Because nothing is 100%. And so we have to progressively realize, okay, so I'm going to try to do this, but there's no guarantee. And we have to be able to be a little bit more flexible. And that'll help with the stress and feeling and allowing the uncertainty to evolve.
The next bullet point, with regards to establishing a routine, right? When you create a daily schedule for yourself and bring some structure and a sense of control to your day, that's adding in some certainty.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then, of course, engaging in relaxing activities, right? Hobbies, activities that you find enjoyable and calming, and savoring um, something as simple as a cup of tea or
Mhm.
a good workout or a walk in nature, and really, really being present and really enjoying the moment, being in the moment and enjoying the moment without focusing on other things, without trying to multitask, without thinking about your to-do list, really engage fully. That can be like a really, like a little mini vacation.
Yeah, no, definitely. You need to have a way to reset yourself, to recenter.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I'm pretty sure we're going to leave it there, right, Maria?
Absolutely, absolutely. This video can be watched in 2 segments.
Two or three. And before we sign off, if anyone listening needs support, please reach out to Maria or to myself. We are here to help.
Thank you, Lourdes. Have a great day, everyone.